Hello, I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, authorities say a man who killed himself in the middle of Interstate 24 in Marion County Tuesday was a former police officer. Traffic was backed up for miles after 44-year-old Charles Keith Murphree committed suicide in the westbound lanes between Jasper and Kimball. Authorities say they identified the vehicle he was driving at the Western Sizzlin restaurant in Jasper and followed him on the interstate for a few miles before he shot himself around 1 p.m. Murphree had previously been charged with third-degree domestic assault in 2012 while he was working as a police officer in Ider, Alabama. A foster parent of a child who died New Year's Day delayed medical treatment for 7 hours after the toddler reportedly fell down the stairs. That's according to a newly released and heavily redacted case summary. Authorities officially say 2-year-old Sahara Weatherspoon died of life-threatening injuries after the fall at a Ringgold home on December 29th. But the girl's mother, Jennifer Palmer, says she believes her daughter died of violence at the hands of the foster parents who had custody of her. It turns out the case summary describes several earlier injuries and allegations of neglect, abuse, and maltreatment. Daycare workers even sent photos of the child's injuries to the Department of Children's Services. Sahara and her 7-year-old brother were taken from Palmer early last year after the children's father stabbed Palmer in the neck multiple times in front of them and then fled with the children. Authorities say he put them inside a camper trailer, turned on the gas, and started a fire in an effort to kill them all. No charges have been filed in Sahara's death, but an investigation is ongoing. Cleveland millionaire Alan Jones is making a bid to buy America's oldest privately held clothing manufacturer. The founder of Check into Cash says he's ready to write a $2 million check to purchase Hardwick Clothes. Jones says there's still a market for American-made clothing, and he's ready to spend millions more to revive the Cleveland company. Hardwick Clothes filed for bankruptcy in December after 134 years in business. If any other bids are made for the company, an auction will take place on May 2nd. The Delta Queen has been given another 90 days to stay in Chattanooga. The extension will let the riverboat remain beyond the city's March 31st deadline. The boat still hasn't reopened since the freezing cold caused pipes to burst on board more than a month ago. Mayor Andy Burke says the city is happy to extend the boat's deadline while a sale of the ship is negotiated. Police say a teenager has been stabbed by his uncle in Eastridge. It happened shortly after noon on Tuesday. The teen ran away and called police from a friend's house down the street. He said the attack was unprovoked. 25-year-old Garris Wooden has been charged with attempted homicide. He's scheduled to appear in court April 1st. A bill to end daylight saving time in Tennessee has failed on Capitol Hill. The effort lost by 1 vote in the State House. Tennessee legislators have also rejected a medical marijuana bill for the year. The act was voted down 6-2 by the House Health Subcommittee after more than a month of testimony. In other politics, an effort to repeal Tennessee's motorcycle helmet law has failed. The Senate Finance Committee voted 6-5 against the measure. But Senate lawmakers did approve legislation to ensure students can express religious beliefs at school. The Religious Viewpoints Anti-Discrimination Act passed 32-0. Tennessee leads the nation in minimum wage workers, according to a new report. About 7.4% of the state's workforce earns at or below minimum wage. That's the highest proportion in the country. Tennessee was followed by Idaho, Alabama, and Arkansas on the list. About 117,000 workers in Tennessee earn minimum wage or less. Finally, Hamilton County Commissioners meet today to vote on school construction plans. The big question is whether they'll spend more money to fund a new building for Chattanooga School for the Liberal Arts. Parents from CSLA have spent days petitioning outside the courthouse, and they're expected to show up to this morning's meeting en masse. We'll have live updates online at timesfreepress.com starting around 9 a.m. Turning to weather, today will be sunny with a high near 49 degrees. The low tonight will be around 35. That's it for today's newscast. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.